and one's gonna be auto and one's going to be a manual, and we'll just leave it at that. What is up, loud and proud crowd? I'm in Ohio with my grandparents, and we're actually getting ready to go get some breakfast slash lunch. And yeah, I was super busy, so I apologize. I was filing tax stuff, business tax stuff all day long, and had to run a couple of errands. I just did not get around to having any time until after 8:30, and at that point it was too late to film and get something up. But yeah, so we're in Ohio. I might go look at some trucks with my grandfather, and yeah, just kind of have a relaxed day down here in Ohio. Tell everybody hello.
Hello! We're on our way to the V&M.
Yeah, the V&M.
Most famous restaurant in Belleville.
Yeah, most popular place in Belleville. So,
which is the only place.
Well, one of the only places, yeah. But yeah, it's a popular place for the farmers to go and get breakfast in the morning, you know. Go about our day here, might go look at a couple trucks, and yeah, just have a good time. Well, it's the next day here. What do we got here? What year is this thing?
This tractor?
Yeah.
I don't know, 1960 maybe?
1960.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. Close enough.
I got to put gas in it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Haven't vlogged in a couple days, been out of town trying to spend some time with family. Beautiful up here in Ohio, Richland County. But yeah, so we did get that retainer in for the Nasty Red, just to kind of update you guys on that. That retainer did come in. I mean, right as I was walking out the door, my dad's like, hey, that retainer came in, by the way, so we can get right to that probably tomorrow. We're gonna get right back to the Nasty Red to get that truck fully up and running and make sure everything's going good. That's what the plan is when we get back, but for now, just still here in Ohio, just trying to, while I'm out of town, make the best of it.
Down with that tractor, because it's pretty strong.
You think it's gonna knock the trees down with the tractor?
Yeah.
It's only a Ford. Well, we got the grandfather back here on camera.
Hello, everybody.
I actually posted a picture of his first gen that he picked up in the late 90s on my Instagram yesterday. So if you guys want to see that picture, follow me on Instagram and you guys can check out that photo. It's actually pretty neat. We're gonna get right into the questions. Some of them are for me, some of them for you, some of us are kind of for both. What made me want to start Loud and Proud? Starting Loud and Proud was kind of just one of those things where I liked the idea of trucks. I liked the idea of diesel trucks. I've always kind of been fascinated by them. I wanted to learn myself, so I just figured why not create the video content as an opportunity for me to learn, for me to share my experiences, whether they're successes or mistakes in the garage with other people, so it can maybe help other people at the same time, while at the same time creating somewhat of a living for myself, in the beginning. But honestly, at the time, it wasn't really what I was expecting to turn out the way that it did, but I'm really glad that it is. That's kind of why I started Loud and Proud. What is the most money you have spent on parts at a time? Probably a couple thousand at once. For Grandpa, what did you do when you were younger?
Well, depends on how young you're talking about. I grew up with a family of 16 kids, 8 boys and 8 girls. I got a brother who was about a year and a half older than I was, and so we wrestled during the summer. You didn't have much to do, or go fishing or go swimming in the swimming hole we made. Then in high school, I got into wrestling, and I went to state 2 years in a row, so I'm pretty good at that. I've always enjoyed my life, pretty good at figuring out a problem if we got a problem and we don't have the part. Wind up making things get by. Depends on how much money you got in your pocket, is how many times you got to get by.
If you could get a new truck, what would it be?
Could be a Dodge.
Would you ever buy a brand new pickup? For me personally, I'm sure at some point I will. I can't say when that time will be or what it will be. Have you bought a brand new truck before?
Oh, I bought a few cars. Never bought a new truck.
True.
But I found some trucks that not quite new, but pretty good. You got one in a picture here.
Yeah, like the first gen.
Paid the enormous price of $5,400. Started out $8,000, got him down to $5,400. Made a deal, and I really enjoyed the truck. Good mileage on it. I went all the way from Georgia into Kentucky before I filled up, and I got about 23 miles a gallon, driving probably good 70.
12 valve or 24 valve? Why do you prefer 12 valve over 24 valve?
Because I got a grandson that tells me which one's the best one, probably, and it just holds up forever. Can't beat it.
And the same reason for me for 12 valve, they just, I don't know, they're super simple, cheap to run, cheap to maintain, parts are cheap, they just run a really long time and they're low maintenance. How do I recommend to save money, and what kind of jobs would you say would be good? I'm assuming if you're asking that question, you're probably a younger guy or younger kid. What I did growing up was, I didn't spend my money on video games and stuff like that. All I did was I did lawn care. I would work for my neighbors, whether it's weed eating, lawn care, travel up to my uncle's, help them out do hay, all different sorts of things. When I was in school, I would sell snacks on the bus because everybody's hungry, everybody wants a snack on the bus. Did stuff like that, and I saved almost all of my money every single time, versus most people are out spending their money. If they made $10, they spent 15. However that works out, but that just wasn't the way I worked. So that would be my recommendation. Work hard, work smart, and do a little more saving than all your buddies do spending. Will the giveaway truck be 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive? And will it be a manual or an auto? I'm not going to spill the beans completely yet, but let's just say they're both going to be 4-wheel drive, and one's going to be auto and one's going to be a manual, and we'll just leave it at that. Hunting or fishing, question mark. I say hunting. Hunting, fishing, or rolling coal. I say hunting and rolling coal. If you had to choose between hunting and fishing, what would it be?
Well, I was never a real good fisherman. You know, I kind of felt sorry for the animal that's going to do away with. Actually, when I was a kid, that was part of our survival.
Yeah.
Going rabbit hunting, and there wasn't deer back then like they got them now, and geese and Canadian geese. I would say watching the sports now on TV.
Yeah. What does your grandpa think of Dodge diesels?
My experience in the winter time, I never plugged it in, and I've had some pretty cold winters here in Ohio, and it would belter and carry on and smoke a lot when in real cold weather. It always took off. Well,
but it was a Dodge, so.
It was a Dodge.
It was a Dodge.
I was never a high maintenance guy either, so that kind of told me it was a pretty good engine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something he's like, well, I owned the truck for 12 years with minimal oil changes. I always kept it filled with diesel and worked the thing all the time. I mean, it ran good for all those years, never gave him too many issues. And then when the insurance company gave him a check for the truck, they gave him $7,000.
$7,000. I paid $5,400 for it when I bought it. I don't know how many years I had that, but a guy had run into our truck and messed it up a little bit with his pickup. Insurance company gave me $7,000, so I drove that truck for free plus money.
Yeah.
All those years.
Pretty much.
But I ain't glad I wrecked, but when I did wreck, I got a good price back out of it.
What are your grandfather's thoughts on the giveaway truck idea?
If he can get it for free, get it for free.
Yeah.
You know, if you get the right number, and you get it. The boy here's got it.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's not a scam. Am I a person to scam people?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. I learned a lot of things from this guy. We don't scam people. We treat people right. And I had a guy making a comment under, he said, no, I'm not entering your stupid giveaway because you're scamming people out of their money and you're not going to give away a truck. I said, I would never say I'm going to give away a truck, or I'm going to give away cash, or I'm going to give away light bars and not do it. Everybody who buys something, it gets entered, and it's going to be fair. And, you know, if your name gets drawn, you win. It's going to be as fair as it can be, and that's just how it goes. That's probably going to put a wrap up on this video. I don't know how the wind is going to be in the microphone. Hopefully you can hear all this audio towards the end here, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, smash that thumbs up, leave your comments down below. Share this video with a friend if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Doing what I love, going day to day, but I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tight to go back to just going out every night. Like if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, doing 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that. I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory.